afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for May 26, 2020, Tuesday, 3 p.m. Eastern. One of our sisters, Donna Barris, she's in a hospital, and they've removed one of her legs because of her diabetes, and she's good. She's a good lady. Unfortunately, we all know that when if we do step into those places, we just don't know what's really going to happen. We had the same thing happen with a good brother who went in and he got, I believe it was a triple bypass. And usually you go to ICU to recover. And then all of a sudden, he's got an infection, and I think it's septicemia, which we all know it's a blood poisoning, which is really not good. And we just, this is why it's so important for us to administer our bodies and, find ways to help ourselves. At one time on this planet, that's what we did. There were no such thing as doctors. We did for ourselves and learned about our bodies to help ourselves. So in this meditation, send Donna some healing energy with good intent from heart mind, connecting with her consciousness, and to Frank, I believe, who unfortunately contracted some kind of infection while he was having a procedure done. It just reminds us that we should be very vigilant on our well-being and then administer what we need to correct or to assist with any anomaly that we are experiencing in our bodies. So, when we look at the many different tracks or roads that we can walk down, if you visualize a bunch of roads, you're walking out, and you're out in the middle of nowhere, and you're just walking, and there's trees and everything, and you see these roads going off in different directions. So maybe half a dozen. Now, it's up to you what road you're going to take, direction. But you don't know, do you? You don't know what's going to be on that road. You don't know what's going to be at the end, if it ends, or you have no clue. So you pick one, and you start walking down it, and you have no attachments and no expectations, and you're just going with the flow. You just let things go, and you just say to yourself, well, I'm going with the flow, and I have all the confidence through my heart, mind, and my God that this is going to be a really wonderful trip down this road. Now, unfortunately, a lot of us, we allow the ego mind to come in, and the ego mind starts saying, you don't know, man, something can jump out and get you, and you could have an animal attack you, you have no idea what's down here, and then the fear, see, we start embracing the fear thoughts that come in, and then we create the fear, and then we all know what's next. We just kind of get, really concerned, worried, and fearful. Imagine, let's take it one step further. Imagine you're walking down the road and it's pitch black, okay? And you have a flashlight. and picture that for a moment, your heart mind, to have the same confidence through your heart mind and the surrendering to the God, the pure consciousness within you, you don't have any fear. Okay? And the fear, as we all know, is what we embrace. We take these thoughts, we create them into reality. And they're just thoughts. Even if we know they're just thoughts, we will still do it. It's habit. We've done it for generations. It's nothing new. So it's all about you and what you decide to do that literally breaks the mold. Say that you decide, you know what, I'm going to go down there and it's just going to be a journey. It's an adventure. I'm going down that road. It's pitch black out. I have no idea what's in the woods. I have no idea what's on this road. But I'm going to go walking down this road. Now picture a vehicle. You're in a vehicle. Okay? Full tank of gas. Brand new vehicle. So you feel good that, it's solid. It's been checked out and everything. So now you're in the vehicle. Now what is the vehicle? Now picture that the vehicle drives itself. You aren't driving the vehicle. The vehicle is your God, is your pure consciousness. Now this association, this is an analogy that's very important for us to embrace if we choose to. So you're in the vehicle and you're going down this pitch black road. Of course, you've got headlights and stuff. You have no idea where the God is taking you, and you're just relaxed and you're in joy. You have no expectations and no attachments, and you're just going with the flow. Wherever you go, wherever you end up is fine with you. You see that feeling through the heart mind of what you're experiencing and the knowing that you have the confidence that you aren't cluttered with the ego mind, thinking about this and thinking about what if I get a flat, what if I hit something, what if I drive off the road, or all of these things. And they're all nonsensical. They really interfere with our direction. And our direction, which is quite interesting, is the God within us. It's our pure consciousness. It's us. A lot of times we fight ourselves because, oh no, I'm not going to go down there. No, you're crazy for driving down there. You have no idea what's down there. That's the ego talking. Ego mind. What are you, nuts? Go down a well-lit street. You'll be better off. Don't go down that road. And see, you get this uneasy feeling. All right? If the ego mind is dictating to your heart mind, you get this uneasy feeling. It's right in the pit of your stomach. You start going, I don't know, this doesn't feel right. It's not right. And you know what happens when you do that? You create the very thing that you're thinking isn't right, that the ego mind is dictating to your heart mind to feel that. So you embrace it and you create it. Something happens. That's what happens. That's how it takes place. So when we know that, wait a minute here, there's nothing is going to harm me when I go down this road. Nothing. And I'm in full embrace with my God and my pure consciousness. So I don't have any concerns. I don't have any worries. You see how we clutter things? We clutter them, all of us. We're not exempt from it. We at times we begin to muddle things, clutter them up with ego mind thinking, ego mind fears and thoughts and things that we embrace. And we're all being bombarded by tens of thousands of thoughts every single day. It's not like we can, completely turn it off. Except when you literally continue the journey within and you know that the external stimulation and the external authority has nothing to do with your journey. It has nothing, not one speck of influence at all in your journey for embracing the God within you, your pure consciousness. It has nothing to do with it. But see, we get distracted easily. And then we embrace these things into us, and then they become part of us. So it really is up to each and every one of us to say, okay, well, let it pass by, because I'm not going to take a ride with it. I'll just let it pass by. It has nothing to do with me unless I choose to engage with it. You just let it go. That's it. And so the car, starting out with you walking with a flashlight, okay? Then as your confidence grows, you get into car. The car is your pure consciousness. It's your God. And it drives you. And you're not driving because you're used, God, take me. I've surrendered to my God, my pure consciousness. So I have no doubt of where I end up. Now it's pretty. When you think about it, it's kind of a little scary for people to look at it from that perspective, because most people haven't. But understand, there are other gods who have walked that path. There are other gods that have gone down that road. And they have literally ascended continuously. It's when you know what it is? It's when we doubt ourselves. And then that doubt, where's that doubt come from? Well, lack of confidence, fear, all induced by the ego mind. And some is subconscious. Subconscious holds all of our past experiences. So sometimes, we embrace some of the past experiences, and then we go, wow, okay, yeah, I see. So it's we're the navigators of our existence, see? And when we aren't connected to our pure consciousness, it's a real mess. It can become a real mess for us. Going full circle. And I don't care if you're 10 or 120. There's no difference. You determine for yourself, are you going to go down that road? Or are you going to just go home? You see what I mean? You're going to go, I'm not going to take that chance. Going down the road basically is forward. You're moving forward constantly. You're not looking back. You have no expectations or attachments. You're going with the flow, and you're just moving forward constantly. We're constantly moving forward. We're not in a hurry. We're not rushing. We're not stressed about it. We're just flowing. We're going with the flow. And the flow is our God. It's our pure consciousness. When I say go with the flow, you're going with the flow of your God, your pure consciousness. You're not, you're not fighting anything. You're not deliberating with yourself about anything. You're good. Some people in the near future you'll be talking with, and you'll ask them, say, how you doing? I'm good. I'm real good. I'm doing just fine. I'm going with the flow, and I'm either in my boat or in my car, and my God has taken me wherever. Then you get to the point where you begin to say, some God, why don't we do this? Why don't we do this? Let's see what this adventure will bring us. And so you do that. So you create, then you begin to understand is that it's no longer reckless abandon. It's no longer everything flying around hitting you from all directions, and you grab this or grab that, and then you create this and create that. It's more, you get more to the point where you say, okay, this is great. I can direct my pure consciousness, and I have the universe as my greatest ally. So I don't fight anything. I don't have anything to fight with myself. And then I just let it go. And I create it. So, all right, so I'm going to create this. What do you think, God? You think this will work right? And your God's going to say, absolutely. The universe will come in and provide everything that you desire. As long as you don't step in your own way and you don't fight it. Okay? And here's an example. You have someone who has lost everything, and they're going to be evicted, and they have no money, and they have physical ailment. And I talked to several people like this, and in this position. Now they have a choice. They have a choice. This is where the big challenge comes for most of us. Your choice is, do I sit here and fret and fear, create more of the very thing that I'm worried of happening, or do I take the different direction, and do I start being in deep gratitude for exactly where I am at right in this very moment? Now that's a challenge for a lot of people, because you're thrusted into fear. Ego mind's in charge. You're worried about being evicted. You're worried about not having a roof. You're worried about being in the streets. You're worried about all the nightmares that you're conjuring up through the ego mind, and it's pretty normal for most people. It's just not. That's just the way that we, take things and embrace things. But when we ourselves, with our God, decide, well, I am deeply grateful that I am in body. I am deeply grateful that I am breathing. And I'm deeply grateful for this very moment I'm in. It changes things. You don't do it from the ego mind. You don't do it out of fear. You do it out of love for yourself, because that's what you are. So in those situations, you are the only one that has the power to shift the direction of the frequencies and the energies that signals the universe to provide you with whatever it is you're desiring at that very moment. You see, none of us really, truly need to be in any predicament that makes us feel distraught. We don't need to. We choose to be. We choose to be. And it doesn't matter. We create everything. We create it. And then we get, something happens and a cold bucket of water's thrown in our face. We go, oh my gosh, I didn't see this coming. What am I going to do? My goodness gracious. And every single time when your intent is through the heart mind, when you are in deep gratitude and deep eternal love with yourself and the gratefulness of the God within you and the pure consciousness, whatever it is that you created for yourself that's caused you to be without money, without home, without food, you can turn it around in 24 hours. It's a fact. But the problem with that is that most people would not believe that, and that's the shame of it. They don't believe that. They don't believe they have the power. They don't believe that they have the God within them and the pure consciousness. They don't believe that they are divinely perfect, just as they are. So they step into the goop, and then they attract more and more of the same. Every single time. We all do it. And yet we wonder why this keeps happening, or why that happens, or why this happens. Because, remember, we're pulled into the past. We're seduced into it, embracing different experiences that are long, long, long gone. And we are literally creating. Now, remember, the good and the bad come together with the past, okay? So when you pull the past into your future that doesn't exist, you create the future out of that past, and you relive that past in that future. Then you wonder, have any of you ever experienced that? Where you go along life, you experience things, and then it could be 10 years later, you find yourself in a similar situation or experience that you've already had. This is why it's so imperative that we move forward, constantly moving forward, not looking over our shoulder. Our past is gone, and we keep moving forward. See, a lot of us grab onto the past, and we carry guilt. We carry dissettlement for ourselves. We carry remorse. We carry low vibrational frequencies in some instances. and we haven't forgiven anything, and we're dragging it with us like two balls and chains on our ankles as we try to walk. It's very difficult. So understand that it's up to each and every one of us to choose. Are we going to allow our God and our pure consciousness to drive us down that dark road, that road that no one knows about, no one has a clue where it goes? Are we going to do that? Or are we just going to walk away and go somewhere in our past and stay there because it's safe? Because we believe it's safe. It's quite interesting. You visualize it, you begin to realize you're going to take that car. You're going to go down that road, and you aren't going to have a worry or a fear anywhere in sight. So you'll be chauffeured down that road, and you will have all the confidence in the world for your heart mind that it's going to be one wonderful journey. All of it, all aspects of it. It's going to be just absolutely wonderful. So let the God within drive you. Okay? Let the God within you drive you. Surrender. Let the God within you drive you. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, which I'm sure we all are. And the first thing we want to do is relax our bodies. A lot of people have difficulty relaxing their bodies. They think they have to take things, but it's not that difficult at all. When you begin to realize that you're the one in charge, you're the one in command. So the stress, the tension, anything you've picked up, the worries, the fears, and that you could have picked up the last 24 hours or the last 50 years. You just let it go. There's no reason to carry it. You let it go. It'll just fall right off and disappear and not come back. From head to toe, inside and out. Relax the body. It's like the hot air balloon. You know, when you want to soar and you want to see the beautiful colors of fall, and you've got all this ballast, all these sandbags in your balloon basket, you're going to go nowhere. And it's like the body's so full of stress and fear and anxiety that it doesn't do anything. It doesn't go anywhere except maybe reverse. So as you realize, okay, so I'm going to take the weight out of this, which means we eliminate the stress in your body. So you start dumping these sandbags out of that basket, and the balloon starts to go up. You start realizing, you start feeling lighter and lighter, so you start dumping more and more off. You start feeling better, happier, lighthearted. That's the same with relaxing the body. You just let it go. Dump it all out. Don't put it back in your pockets. Let it go. So as we do this and relax the body, we want to breathe. We want to breath in. Breath in through the mouth. Breath out. Breath in through the nose, breath out through the mouth. And you're not taking in massive amounts of breath. You aren't straining yourself to pull in in a heavy-duty breathing. You just take nice, easy breaths in. And as you take the breaths in, you picture it. And while I'm talking, you just easily take in a breath through the nose. And as you do that, you take the breath and you visualize it. You visualize that you're literally bringing that breath, starting from the root chakra, which is I am. And you literally take that breath, nice and easy, up through the center of the body, through the sacral chakra, solar plexus chakra, heart chakra, throat chakra, third eye chakra, crown chakra. And as we bring it up to the crown chakra, you hold it to the back of your head briefly. I am light, I am love, I am. And then as you do that in that brief moment, you condense it into liquid light energy. And you release it onto the pineal gland. The pineal gland is our gateway to all particles of existence. It is our gateway to pure consciousness and beyond. So it's important. So we release this liquid over it, and it moves into fullness. Just like a rosebud, it begins to bloom. And while we do this 6 times, it blooms more and more like a full blossom rose. And it begins to open up the pathways so that we can be in pure consciousness. Now, as we relax the body and we're breathing, we move into the now. And the now is all we have. The past is gone. We've experienced all of the past. The future has not been written. So we just have the now. Everything happens in the now. So in the now, we still the mind. Because the now is the space between heartbeats. And as we focus on the now, we create our future. No matter moment to moment, that's where our focus is. Moment to moment to moment. It's not wandering off in the past. Many of us have a tendency to go into the past, reminisce, embrace, relive. And if we do that too much, we end up taking it into a future that doesn't exist, and we create that future out of our past, and then we relive the past in that future. So it's letting go and surrendering. So we've had those experiences, whatever the experience we learned, we have with us, and that's it. And we move in the now. And as we are in the now, we continue with our breath. And our breath focuses us on the now, the moment. So it helps us. Do this exercise as much as you can. You continually pull your breath up, crown chakra, and turn it into liquid pure frequency, pure energy, and release it over the pineal gland. You'll be amazed what happens. You're always focused on the now. Now, we also know that we have the ego mind. And the ego mind is constantly, without fail, constantly trying to convince us that this stuff's just all a bunch of poppycock. There's no need to do it. Fine with me. Just keep staying with me, and everything will work out the way I want it to. That's the ego mind. But we dismiss the ego mind. And we all are together. We are with the body. We are with the God, the pure consciousness, and we are with the heart mind. And we are consciously aware that we are the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest and deepest, eternal gratitude. Now we have others with us of the archangels, cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes, many, many, many angels, and there's literally trillions of them. This is a civilization that vibrates at a different frequency than we do. They are also consciously aware that they are of the highest, deepest, eternal love, from the highest, deepest, eternal love, and the highest, deepest, eternal gratitude. And they will appear in humanoid form just to give us messages. Literally. It's wonderful. And as many as 60, 70, 80,000 can surround just one of us at any time. Because of their frequency, many hold small space. So they can have many of them in a small area and still be able to surround us into tens of thousands. That's a bliss. We also have the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda, Jesus, El Moria, Abundantia, Pal, Thoth, many, many, many more. These are wonderful, pure conscious beings who have ascended out of physical form and hold their God form, which is pure consciousness. So, we have ascended into body, and our pure consciousness is housed in these bodies. And we experience physical form. That's what we're doing. Why wouldn't we celebrate it every single second? That we actually got a body, and that we're actually experiencing physical form. That's why we always stay in deep eternal gratitude. They're always around. Because you got to remember something. None of us are apart. We're all one. We're all part of the pure consciousness, the one, the source creator, the source creation, the pure consciousness of all things, the endlessness, infinity. So we have all three of us together. They're consciously aware that they're of the highest, deepest, eternal love, from the highest, deepest, eternal love, and the highest, deepest, eternal gratitude. So we all come together and we form a circle of light at the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, in this meditation. Now, the circle of light is just pure light. And it is such a brilliant light that the sun in this solar system is just a barely dim light compared to the brilliance of just the circle of light that we form. Now, we begin to levitate up above the planet. And we just slowly do this effortlessly. And we're doing this, we are compelled to immediately call upon all of the others to join us. This is a celebratory experience every single meditation. It is an absolute blissful joy to participate and come together and knowing as one, because we are. So we call upon all of the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, beneath earth, Agartha. And there's many, many, many civilizations. And they have to be consciously aware. What that means is that any external influences, any existences of lower dark matter frequencies, any off-world civilizations that try to invade or impede our direction of bliss, purity, gratitude, and love cannot do anything externally at us. They can't bloom us with lower vibrational frequencies. They cannot. They can't get close to us. This is why they have to be fully conscious and aware that they are of the deepest eternal love, from the deepest eternal love, and of the deepest of eternal gratitude. Because if these energies, these lower frequencies, that try to perform any type of abrasive effort to disturb us from any blanketing effect or any kind of frequencies or any kind of an envelope, cannot do it. Their frequency is too low. Ours is risen to a level of deep eternal love and gratitude. They can't sustain themselves around us. Therefore, they fall away permanently. So if people that are affronted, that feel that they're being shadowed or irritated or infiltrated by lower dark matter frequencies from other beings and other externalities, it is their ego creating this thought process, therefore making it a reality. And the ego can be very dark at times, so you must remember that. The external influences can only happen to any of us if we allow it to happen. You see? This is why we do these meditations the way we do them and the way I word them. So as we are in this circle of light, which is the highest of highest high vibrational frequencies, which only those of us who are consciously aware that we are of the highest, deepest eternal love, from the highest, deepest eternal love, and the highest and deepest eternal gratitude, can participate or be in this meditation. Any lower dark matter frequencies or lower survival matter frequencies housed within any other beings or any external authorities cannot sustain for one split second. Period. So what do? As we continue to levitate, we call out to all the light energy beings that are in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Now, they have to be consciously aware that they are of the highest, deepest eternal love, from the highest, deepest eternal love, and the highest and deepest eternal gratitude, because if they're not, they won't be with us, ever. And so they come in the googolplexes. Googolplex fills the universe, this one universe. They come in the trillions of googolplexes. Then we call out to all of the galactics, all the off-worlders. And just in this quadrant of the galaxy, there's over 1,000 of those civilizations that fly through this part of the galaxy, on the outer rim of the Milky Way galaxy. And just to name a few of them, the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, the Zeta Reticuli, the Feline, the Avian, the Golden Pyramids, many, 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 many. And they too must be consciously aware that they are of the highest, deepest eternal love, and the highest of deepest eternal gratitude, and the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest consciousness. Because if they aren't, they won't be. They cannot come around us, period. I don't care what civilization, I don't care what kind of technology, it doesn't make any difference. We are all pure conscious existences, omnipotently powerful. It is coming into our own and understanding who and what we are. That's why those before us have created universes. That's just exactly how powerful we are. It was for us to choose, not external authority, not the boogeyman, but us. worlders and galactics, they've been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, our ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage, and our own self-imposed slavery. We also call out to all of our loved ones, all of those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. And only those who are consciously aware that they are of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love and the highest and deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this meditation, this now, this circle of light. And they come in the billions. Visualize all of this, all of the pieces of pure consciousness coming together for this meditation. And then we call upon all of the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on and above and below this planet Earth Gaia, in this now, in this meditation, this circle of light. And they must be consciously aware that they are of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love and the highest and deepest eternal gratitude. All of us together now, in numbers that cannot be spoken because there aren't words for them. And as we do this, we all move into full compassion. Picture us all connected, arm in arm, hand in hand, all of our gods as one, all of our pure consciousness as one. We all are in full consciousness. Non-negativity, non-ego, non-judgment, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, and benevolence. We're all together. The highest and deepest eternal love and the highest and deepest eternal gratitude. There is not one low frequency anywhere to be seen or experienced. Any entity, any boogeyman cannot even get within billions of light years of us. And so we all continue, all together, throughout the universes, we continue to levitate. The center point is this planet currently, but it literally blends throughout all existences as an endless wave, an endless golden ocean, everywhere. In each of us, and each one of us, as a drop of that golden ocean, we hold the essence of that ocean. Now, we look at all of the light energy beings. Fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trolls. And if you don't think there are any trolls, I can take you to a place on this planet where they have families of them. The trees, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether. The mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, and the minotaur, and many, many, many more. Understand that they come in the trillions, that their vibrational frequency, that they are consciously aware that they are of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love and the highest and deepest eternal gratitude. And they come in shapes, sizes, forms, configurations of which many of us have never, ever, ever seen before. And we're all one. We're all together. This mass grouping of pure consciousness focused on this one planet, currently this part of the rim of the Milky Way galaxy in this universe, in the solar system. And all of us continue to lift and levitate in harmony as one. And as we do this, our God-light energy is absolutely everywhere. It is in everything. It is in all things. It is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We look up and we see our meditative sphere. All of us gathered here, one, created that sphere over 2 years ago. That sphere holds all of our meditations in perpetual motion. Well over 800 meditations. We add to it every single day. It is pure consciousness, pure deep eternal love, pure deep eternal gratitude. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. And it can be seen, heard, felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And it bathes all of us, floods us. We created a massive column larger than this solar system. We created this column in such a way, this tower, that the golden ocean literally waterfalls at 360 degrees from its top all the way down. And it literally floods everything and every one of us, all of our brothers and sisters, all life, the highest value in the universe. That with our meditative sphere, the vibrational frequencies are immeasurable. They are so high and so lifting. Now you can understand the intensity of this is washing over this planet, over everything, everyone, all of our brothers and sisters, everyone on the surface, beneath, above, and below. And this is non-stopping. It continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. Understand what lower vibrational frequencies cannot exist in this atmosphere, in this bliss, in this joy, in this harmony, in this vibrational frequency that we all are. And we are beginning to embrace the pure consciousness that we are, the God within us, the kingdom of God. We are the universes. We are all creation. And we are learning that right now, step by step. And we get in that car without hesitation, and we allow our pure consciousness, our God, to take us on that trip without any expectations, without any fears, without any anxieties, without any attachments. And we just sit back, relax, and let our God drive us. I'll join you in the meditation, and I'll return to close us out. light, easy breath in. Breath out through the mouth. Feel your breath. Focus on the now. At ease. Move slowly. Slowly open your eyes. And then see yourself in the back seat of that car, that limo. And your driver is your God, your pure consciousness. And you are in complete bliss, complete heart-mind confidence. And you're going with your God. You're going with the flow, the pure consciousness. And the universe is sitting right next to you. Take this visual with you through the rest of the day, into the evening, into the night, and the following morning. We'll be back here tomorrow, Wednesday, May 27th, 2020, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call. And then also Wednesday night, our time for change call.